Hello, it's me. It's Grudsock Monkey. I'm back in the studio again. How are you? How are you doing? Welcome back to another Letters of Sports video. This time we're going to look at the letter D. Something a little bit different from the previous videos so far in this series, because we're not looking at a team this time, but rather the entire sport. If you can really call it a sport, that is, because we're going to talk about Demolition Derby. First of all, let's zoom in on my picture, zoom in on my flag. Zoom, zoom, zoom. You'll see, because it's not a team, it's not a logo, it's a picture from the sport. This is a photo of some cars in the middle of a demolition derby. This picture is from the Okeechobee County Fair in Florida, which is held every year at the county fairgrounds, and will be happening a couple of weeks after this video actually, which is exciting news if you're in the area. That's the kind of thing you want to do. As you can see, it's full of cars, they're smashing into each other and things. Old cars, very battered, and all over covered in mud and things. Yes, so, it's Demolition Derby. Is it a sport? Well, I would say it is a sport, otherwise I won't be talking about it today for a start, and it's as mad as it looks in that little photo there. You could call it a non-racing motorsport. The rules are as follows. Number one, there are no rules. Okay, that's not strictly true, because there are ways of winning and the safety of drivers of things. The aim of Demolition Derby is to be the last car standing by deliberately driving your vehicle into everybody else's car. If your engine's still running, that means you're still in the running, unless your car is mangled in such a way that you can't move it anymore, if your wheels are stuck or things like that. Derbies are usually held at events for more traditional banger racing, which is racing with old cars that are all battered, as you can see in that picture there. Once all the regular races are finished, they do that, because otherwise the debris would get in the way of the normal races. They take place on oval tracks or in an open bowl, which is just a big muddy field really. It's just a great big circle full of mud. The cars are often salvaged from scrapyards and then patched up for the event. There is a particular focus on American-made sedans and station wagons, because they have more robust frames and they can therefore sustain more damage than more modern cars. In particular, there is a car from 1964, the Chrysler Imperial, that's actually been banned from being used in Destruction Derby because of its build quality. It has achieved near legendary status for its crashworthiness, which is a fantastic word. Crashworthiness is actually a word. Despite being focused on the wanton destruction of cars, drivers are usually required to hold a valid driver's license, but presumably that's just to show that you know how to use a car and things, as opposed to being a safe driver. You also have to wear a helmet and make sure you keep your seatbelt on, because that's just sensible. It's usually against the rules to deliberately ram into the driver's side of the car, because, that's just not a nice thing to do. Serious injuries are rare, but whiplash is pretty common, as you might imagine. The sport has also seen enough popularity to be portrayed in video games. You may remember the Destruction Derby series that began on the PlayStation. There's also the ultraviolet Carmageddon, and the more recent Wreckfest, which is actually currently on Game Pass on the Xbox, was released early last year on the current generation of consoles. So, that's all I have for you today on Demolition Derby. Hope you enjoyed the video and learning about the weird and wonderful world of the sport. As I say, it's a non-racing motorsport, so I think it still counts. If you are going to be in the Okeechobee area of Florida in mid-March, March the 17th, I believe, you can go visit the fair, or otherwise, I suggest go watch some more videos on the YouTubes and see Destruction Derby for yourself. It's quite fun. I will see you next time for another video in the Letters of Sports series. And that's all from me today. Okay, bye.